Oh man, I got another one for you guys. Hopefully with these videos that I make, I earn your sub and your view, because I'm not going to be talking about video games that much. I mean, you will be seeing video game footage in the background while I'm blabbing and ranting my ass off like always, but it'll also be as, kind of like I guess a help so that you guys don't get bored or drowsy or, blank stare at me ranting over this stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that most of you have already heard what's going on right now in Minneapolis. Yeah, they're gonna defund the police in Minneapolis, and it's funny, not funny, ha, but it's funny in the sense that we're talking about the scenario of having a city completely open to crime. Now I know that a lot of you are probably going to say, well, it's as if you don't have any faith in the people of Minneapolis that they can take care of themselves and that they're not going to be at each other's throats. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, it has nothing to do whether or not I have faith in them. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It only takes a few individuals in order to start a fire. Okay? That's just the problem. Mankind in itself is dumb, stupid, and panicky, and you all know this. One person freaks out and everybody just starts, they follow leader. So it's gonna happen. It's gotten to the point where even Cory Booker, and I'm pretty sure you all know who Cory Booker is, okay? Cory Booker reacts to defund the police effort. It's not a slogan I'll use. Democratic New Jersey Senator Cory Booker on Sunday morning said he would not call for the defunding of the police, as many celebrities and protesters have done since the death of George Floyd. When asked about defunding law enforcement on NBC's Meet the Press, Booker said he would not defend or use the term, but that he does believe the U.S. is over-policed as a society. But if you think about this, and I'm not talking about that thing anymore, this is no longer him talking, the policing society has been a problem. Yes, there's too much, I guess you could say, control by police and government and stuff. I mean that's what we vote for Republicans, right? Because we want smaller government. We don't want to be policed as much. But at the same time, the calling for the disbandment of police officers is not really the answer you're going to be looking for. Just think about this, okay? You're all going to be like, well, because like I said, we can do it ourselves. We're not going to be at each other's throats. Yeah, no. I mean, look, here's the thing. The people at Minneapolis, there's a lot of good people over there, and I'm pretty sure that right now, hearing this on the news, they're going to be barricading themselves into their homes. They're going to be stocking up on water, on food, on medicine, on first aid, and on ammunition and guns. Because the moment that this becomes official, all hell's going to break loose. I guarantee it. I'm the type of person that can see these things happening before they happen. I even knew that there was going to be shit going on when I saw the picture of George Floyd's, I guess, monument right there. The spot where he where he was murdered. The moment I saw the whole, Black Lives Matter thing, I just knew hell was going to break loose, and I was right. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right about this as well. The moment that it becomes official, if it becomes official, which God pray I don't hope that I hope it doesn't become official. But if it does, there's going to be a lot of good people who are going to be under threat of being robbed, looted, murdered, even women raped, children kidnapped. I mean, it's going to break open. It's going to be a can of maggots breaking open as soon as this becomes official. I mean, you even have actual politicians agreeing with this. This guy, Cory Booker, is actually the first I've ever heard of him actually having common sense in something, despite his lack of skills when it comes to speaking in Spanish. But it's the first time I ever saw a Democratic ex-presidential candidate say something smart for once, that he's not okay with this, that he would definitely not use this as a slogan, because he's right. Defund the police. I guarantee you, that from the people who are at these manifestations saying defund the police, I guarantee you, and it's not whether they're black or white or brown or yellow, okay? I guarantee you that about maybe 82% of the people there all have criminal records. I guarantee you. And maybe nothing big like murder or anything, but misdemeanors and some, minor felonies. But these are all gateway crimes. And like, drugs, like when they say marijuana is a gateway drug to, worse things. It's the same with crimes and felonies and misdemeanors. It's the same. I guarantee you that about that percentage of people that live in Minneapolis that are saying defund the police all have criminal records. Of course they would want to defund the police. Of course they would. It's their one chance to do what they've always wanted to do without the threat or the consequence of being detained for it. The only people that want to defund the police are those that want to commit crimes. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong if it's not true. The only people that are demanding that they remove the police are criminals themselves. And this is not some bullshit, theory that I'm coming up with. This ain't no conspiracy theory. This ain't no accusations without knowledge. No, I guarantee you that majority of the people that say that all have criminal records and they want to commit crimes. Okay? Here's a little bit more about the whole thing. Well, I understand clearly, this is from Cory Booker, going back to Cory Booker. Well, I understand clearly the sentiment and the substance behind the slogan. And so, while it's not a slogan I'll use, if people just dismiss it and don't get deeper into the substance, as I said earlier, it is not a mark of beloved community to prey upon the most vulnerable in your society. Basically, what this guy right now is saying is that the people that are demanding this are predators. They're predators, criminals. They belong in gangs. They have such substance abuse problems. Like I said before, they have criminal records. Maybe it could be, anything from domestic violence to attempted murder, trafficking, pimping, prostituting, things like that. So it is a possibility that the majority of these people that are demanding to defund the police, yeah, that's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for. And they already have targets on who are the first ones going to be the moment that this happens. And like I said, there are good people in Minneapolis right now who are preparing themselves with supplies because they know that they're going to be the first ones in these people's list of, I guess you could say, shopping for a five-finger discount with a close, with a five-knuckle fist. So when you see these things happening, the best thing I can do is tell you, despite the fact that we do have a lot of fucked up police officers within the department, because we do, I'm not going to lie for them, I'm not going to stand up for them, because there are a lot of fucked up police officers, and you have your perpetrators and you have your canopy officers. And your canopy officers, as I like to call them, are gonna shade the perpetrators from any kind of, any kind of trouble or legal trouble. It's kind of like that 70-something-year-old guy that was pushed and the back of his head was, busted open. He was bleeding right there on the sidewalk. The one officer that pushed him back, yes, he was antagonizing him and he had no business walking up to them, but at the same time, no one bothered to pick the guy up. No one bothered to tell this guy, hey, you know what, man, we're already going through all this bullshitting, you're only making it worse. There's a code. And if any of you have family members in the police department, you can ask them and they're going to confirm what I'm saying to you right now. There's a code that they go by where they won't snitch on each other, where they won't correct each other if they do something wrong. There's a code amongst them, and it's no different than criminals that are in gangs or any kind of organized crime. They have their codes, but instead of their codes being of protecting citizens, protecting their rights, Their code is more important to each other in blocking the sun with a thumb for each other. That's what it is. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. What we should have is a reform. A heavy set reform for all departments of all branches, whether it be ATF, CIA, FBI, Secret Service, your regular run-of-the-mill police departments, your sheriff's departments. There should be harsher, not penalties. Penalties is one thing. No, there should be harsher punishments. Okay? For anybody that wears a uniform or carries a badge, that if you fuck up at one point, the first actual, evidence backed up accusation you receive, that's it for you. You're screwed. You're fucked. You lose your job. If you're lucky, and it's not that serious of a crime. I've heard of a lot of police officers that have done a lot of serious shit. Most of them have been rape. Most of them have been extortion. Most of them have been intimidation for self-gain. And the majority of these officers that I've actually seen have gotten a slap on the wrist. The worst they've ever gotten was suspension with pay. This is the reason why a lot of people are also pissed off with the fact that cops, they're seen as the bad guys in all of this. That's the reason, because they've done so many serious things against citizens, and these citizens expect justice. They really do. They're depending on their local governments to do something so that this doesn't continue happening. But because everyone is so corrupt within the department as well as their local governments, nothing ever gets done. If one goes down, the whole fucking chain goes with it. If there's a weak link in there, the whole thing goes. So what do? They slap on the wrist. Okay, people, we did what we could. We gave him a slap on the wrist. He was suspended with pay, but he was suspended. Oh, hey, they've been demoted of their rank. Big deal. They're still within the department. And most of the time, I've even heard of cases where cops actually go after their accusers. Don't believe me, look it up. Now, like I said before, I have nothing against the police department as a whole, because it is needed as a kind of social backup to protect us from each other. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with the whole defund the police. On the contrary, I'm more for demanding harsher punishments. I'm for demanding better training. I'm for the idea of all these rookies or these recruits to learn their local laws fully. Because there's a lot of videos out there where they show cops that don't even know the first thing about their local laws or the local constitution. Now, I'm not talking the constitution, national constitution. I'm talking their local, county constitution or city constitution or state constitution. Most of these cops don't even know what they are. As a matter of fact, they'll even look it up on the cell phone. That's just how bad it is. That's what I'm demanding. I'm demanding a reform to where there is consequence and accountability, heavy consequences and heavy accountability when it comes to these police officers committing crimes or extorting or exploiting or whatever else you want to call it. That's what I'm for. That's what I'm for. Fuck that whole defund the police. Fuck that whole disband the police. Fuck that whole we don't need cops. Yes, you do. You need cops, because most of the time you will go after you'll even go after your own fucking neighbor. And we've seen this kind of shit before. Just look at The Purge. Yes, it's a movie, but it's a movie based on probabilities. It's a movie based on probabilities that the moment that there is no such thing as law, and you're giving your green light to commit crimes, not just murder, crime, okay? The movie just doesn't focus on murder. It focuses on general crime, which is anything from rape, murder, kidnapping, torture, all of that shit. The Purge is the best example of what a society that is lawless can be capable of. To those extremes. You may say, hey, you know what, man, you're going a little off right there, man. I don't think people are that sick. Yes, we are that sick. Okay, we are that fucking sick. Because if there's no consequence or accountability, then we have nothing to worry about, right? It's pretty much like the whole there's God and there's the devil thing. If you do bad, you'll go to hell and burn for eternity, but if you do good, you'll be at peace and forever in a paradise, and you know, no more hunger, no more tears, no more sadness, no more death, no more pain kind of thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. If there are no people to represent the law and to keep people in check, then you're looking at the purge. You're looking at the purge. And prove me wrong if it's not true. You tell me of one fucking city that has done something like that, where they don't need cops and there's never been not one crime, or there's never been any serious serial crimes. Because you're not going to be able to disprove me on this one. We all need that little symbol of consequence. Something that could keep us honest with ourselves. But without any police, whether they're the good guys or the bad guys, whatever you want to look at them as, without any police, there's no accountability. We need reform. That's what I'm saying. If I was a fucking politician, I would demand a reform. I would want there to be a reform. And I would mandate a reform and turn it into law. And cops should receive the same treatment when it comes to breaking the law as citizens. No special treatment just because you wear a badge and you have a uniform. There's no special treatment. It should be the same all around. You fuck up, you face the same shit. That's the problem, and that's how we can fix it. Okay? I like to say, okay. So if you really think that not having cops around is a good thing, well, it's not. Okay? It's bad. Not having cops around, okay? It's bad. People committing crimes because, you know, there's no one to say naughty, okay? It's bad, okay? People, mostly the victims who are against this, they're gonna get killed, okay? By the people who don't like cops, okay? And that's bad. It's really bad, okay? So, defund the police bad, okay? That's just bad. So, don't do that, okay? Reform, that's what we need, okay? We need reform. Yeah, okay. We need reform. We need to get these cops, okay, to be afraid of doing the wrong thing. To get them to face the same laws and consequences as everybody else, okay? But if you don't do it, okay, if you don't, you know, make cops afraid of breaking the law, okay, then that's bad. So, don't defund the police, okay, because it's bad, okay? It's bad. Okay. But honestly, seriously, it is a bad thing. Do not allow any of your cities or counties or states, whether it's Democrat or Republican, do not allow them to do this. Because this is just the beginning. It's going to be a disease. This is a social disease where just to look good and save face and win votes, they're gonna do this. Oh, it's because I want to appease the citizens, so that way they think I'm the good guy here. You're not the good guy. If anything, you're that stepdad that lets your stepkid do whatever the fuck they want without consequence, only to add to the problem that in the future they're gonna end up in prison or addicted to drugs or even worse, because you're not the dad. You're not gonna be there to tell them and to reprimand them, to punish them, so that they become better people in the long run. That's what these guys, a good example, that dumbass rhino Mitt Romney, I mean, seriously, that guy has been so, what's the word I want to use? He's a has-been, okay? He's never been a good politician. And just to save face and look like the cool guy, he's walking and marching with all these people, and he's okay with defunding the police. Yeah, who are the people that the majority of the time protect these fucking politicians? Okay? Okay, the cops, okay, duh, okay, cops protect politicians, okay, but then again, they live in gated communities, or they have large acres, okay, and they have these big fences, so they don't have to worry, okay, about people trying to break in, okay, because they could easily afford their own security, okay. So if these assholes can afford their own security and they need security, it's because they know how dumb, stupid, and panicky and opportunistic people are as a whole. So if they can have it, why can't we? If they can have their own security guards or their own security teams who are basically still police officers but not in uniform, they have consequence. They have, punish. If they fuck up, politician or celebrity, whatever, they fuck up, they get fired, they get reprimanded. There's consequences according to the lack of jobs that they do well. But we can't demand that for everybody else? It's kind of stupid if you think about it. But you know what? Whatever. My thoughts are going to be considered to be inappropriate by others who are completely for this. They're going to say that I'm toxic, that my opinions are toxic. So, hey, you know what? I'm toxic. That word no longer hurts me in any way. That accusation, that label, whatever you want to call it, doesn't hurt me anymore. I'm more than willing to accept it. I'm toxic. Why? Because I'm not for you. I'm against your ideologies. I'm against your opinion. I try to listen to both sides, so that way I'm not unfair. But with what I've been seeing lately, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't agree with you on this one. I would want a reform of the police, but not a disbandment of them. That's just the way things are. We need them. Unfortunately, we really do, because no one is capable of self-governance. No one. Not even me. I'd probably step out of line if I had any kind of power. Actually, you know what? I don't really know if I would. I'm too much of a nice guy. I'm too much of a Captain America with a little gray lining on the side. But everybody else, you give power to these people to govern themselves, there's gonna be beatings, there's gonna be tit for tat, there's gonna be a whole bunch of fucked up shit. Don't believe me, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're gonna remember these words. You're gonna be like, hey, you know what? Toxic Avenger said this was gonna happen. Man, that guy's fucking right. So, whatever. Hopefully with this video I've earned your trust. If you agree with me, please give me a like, subscribe, share with everybody. I'm willing to talk about the things that many people are afraid to comment about. I don't filter myself because I don't have sponsors and I don't have any kind of monetization. But you know what? Join the toxic army. If you agree with me, join the toxic army. Support the channel. Let's see if we can get the message across. Maybe even help out a little bit with common sense. And just to everybody out there, be safe. Take care of each other. And do not defund the police.